Have you been feeling different lately? Like something inside you is changing, but you can't quite put your finger on it? You're not alone. Many people are experiencing shifts in their awareness and perception, and these changes might be signs that you're merging with your higher self. Today, we're going to explore 10 key signs that indicate you're connecting with a deeper, more expansive part of yourself. This process is unique for everyone, but there are common threads that many people notice as they grow and evolve. Before we dive into these signs, let's talk about what we mean by this higher self. Your higher self is the most authentic, wise, and loving part of you. It's the aspect of your consciousness that sees the bigger picture and understands your life's purpose. Think of it as your inner guidance system, always pointing you towards growth and fulfillment. As you start to align more with your higher self, you might notice some changes in how you think, feel, and interact with the world. These shifts can be subtle at first, but over time, they can lead to profound transformations in your life. Our first sign is increased intuition. Have you found yourself trusting your gut feelings more often? Maybe you're making decisions that just feel right, even if you can't logically explain why. This is your intuition speaking louder, guiding you towards choices that align with your true path. Intuition isn't about making rash decisions or ignoring facts. It's about tapping into a deeper wisdom that goes beyond surface-level information. As you connect more with your higher self, you might find that your intuitive hits become more frequent and accurate. You might start to notice small nudges or feelings that guide you in certain directions. For example, you might feel drawn to take a different route to work one day, only to avoid a major traffic jam. Or you might have a strong feeling about a job opportunity that turns out to be perfect for you. Trusting your intuition doesn't mean you should ignore logic or practical considerations. Instead, it's about finding a balance between your rational mind and your inner knowing. As you practice listening to and acting on your intuition, you'll likely find that it becomes a valuable tool in navigating life's challenges and opportunities. Moving on to our second sign, heightened empathy. As you connect more with your higher self, you might find yourself becoming more attuned to the emotions of others. This increased sensitivity can manifest in various ways. You might find that you're able to pick up on subtle cues in people's body language or tone of voice that you didn't notice before. You might feel a strong urge to help when you see someone struggling, even if they haven't explicitly asked for assistance. This heightened empathy can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections with the people around you. However, it's important to note that increased empathy can also be challenging. You might find yourself feeling overwhelmed by the emotions of others, especially in crowded or high-stress environments. Learning to manage this increased sensitivity is an important part of the growth process. One way to handle increased empathy is to practice good emotional boundaries. This means recognizing that while you can feel and understand others' emotions, you don't have to take them on as your own. It's okay to care deeply without becoming overwhelmed. The third sign we'll explore is a shift in priorities. As you align more with your higher self, you might notice that the things that used to seem important to you are losing their appeal. Material possessions or status symbols that once motivated you might start to feel less significant. Instead, you might find yourself more interested in personal growth, meaningful relationships, and making a positive impact on the world. This doesn't mean you'll suddenly lose interest in all material things or career success. Rather, it's about finding a new balance where these external markers of success are put into perspective. You might start to value experiences over things, choosing to invest your time and resources in activities that bring you joy and help you grow. You might feel drawn to learn new skills, explore different cultures, or deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. This shift in priorities can sometimes be confusing or even a bit scary. You might worry that you're losing your ambition or drive. But in reality, you're just redirecting that energy towards goals that are more aligned with your true self. Our fourth sign is enhanced creativity. As you connect more with your higher self, you might find that new ideas start flowing more easily. You might feel inspired to express yourself in ways you never have before. This increased creativity isn't limited to traditional artistic pursuits. You might find new, innovative solutions to problems at work. You might come up with creative ways to improve your relationships or your home life. Essentially, you're tapping into a wellspring of inspiration that can enhance all areas of your life. This boost in creativity often comes from a place of increased self-trust and reduced self-judgment. As you align with your higher self, you might find that you're less concerned with what others think and more willing to express your unique ideas and perspectives. Don't worry if you don't consider yourself a creative person. This enhanced creativity can manifest in many ways. It might show up as an increased ability to think outside the box, a fresh perspective on old problems, or simply a greater appreciation for beauty in your everyday life. The fifth sign we'll discuss is an increase in synchronicities. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that seem to be more than just random chance. As you connect more with your higher self, you might start noticing these synchronicities more frequently. You might think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, only to receive a call from them the next day. Or you might keep seeing the same number sequence everywhere you look. These synchronicities often feel like little winks from the universe, confirming that you're on the right path. It's important to note that synchronicities are subjective experiences. What feels deeply meaningful to you might not seem significant to someone else. The key is to pay attention to what resonates with you personally. As you notice more synchronicities, you might start to feel a greater sense of connection to the world around you. You might begin to see patterns and connections that you didn't notice before. This can lead to a feeling of being in flow with life, where things seem to align more easily. However, it's important not to become obsessed with looking for signs or reading too much into every coincidence. The goal is to remain open and aware, not to force meaning where there isn't any. Our sixth sign is improved self-awareness. As you merge with your higher self, you might find that you're becoming more conscious of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This increased self-awareness can be both enlightening and challenging. You might start to recognize patterns in your life that you've never noticed before. Perhaps you'll see how certain thoughts or beliefs have been holding you back, or how your reactions to situations have been shaped by past experiences. This improved self-awareness often leads to greater emotional intelligence. You might find that you're better able to manage your emotions, responding to situations with more clarity and less reactivity. You might also become more aware of the impact your words and actions have on others. Self-awareness also involves recognizing your strengths and weaknesses without judgment. It's about seeing yourself clearly, with compassion and understanding. This can lead to more authentic relationships and a greater sense of peace with who you are. However, increased self-awareness can sometimes be uncomfortable. You might become more aware of aspects of yourself that you'd like to change, or you might recognize ways in which you've been holding yourself back. Remember that awareness is the first step towards growth and change. The seventh sign we'll explore is a desire for solitude. As you connect more with your higher self, you might find that you need more time alone for reflection and introspection. This doesn't mean you're becoming antisocial. Rather, it's about finding a balance between social interaction and personal space. You might find that you're drawn to quiet activities like meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. These solitary pursuits can help you deepen your connection with your inner self and process the changes you're experiencing. This desire for solitude can sometimes be misunderstood by others. Friends or family members might worry that you're withdrawing or becoming depressed. It's important to communicate your needs clearly and reassure loved ones that this is a positive part of your growth process. Remember, the goal isn't to isolate yourself completely. It's about finding the right balance between social connection and personal reflection. This balance will be different for everyone, so trust your instincts about what feels right for you. Our eighth sign involves physical changes. As you align more with your higher self, you might notice shifts in your energy levels or sleep patterns. Some people report feeling more energized and needing less sleep, while others might go through periods of feeling more tired as their body adjusts to the changes. You might also notice changes in your diet or lifestyle preferences. You might feel drawn to healthier foods or feel a desire to spend more time in nature. Some people report feeling more sensitive to certain foods or substances that they used to enjoy. It's important to note that these physical changes can vary widely from person to person. What's most important is to listen to your body and honor its needs. If you're concerned about any physical changes you're experiencing, it's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional. Remember, these physical changes are often a reflection of the inner work you're doing. As you align more with your higher self, you might naturally gravitate towards choices that support your overall well-being. The ninth sign we'll discuss is increased clarity. As you connect more with your higher self, you might find that you're able to see situations from a broader perspective. This can lead to greater clarity in your decision-making and a stronger sense of direction in your life. You might find that problems that used to seem overwhelming now appear more manageable. You might be able to see solutions or opportunities that weren't apparent before. This increased clarity often comes from a place of inner calm and trust in your own wisdom. This clarity can extend to your understanding of your life's purpose or path. You might start to see how various experiences or challenges have been preparing you for where you are now. You might also gain insights into patterns or themes in your life that you hadn't recognized before. However, it's important to note that clarity doesn't always mean having all the answers. Sometimes, increased clarity means being more comfortable with uncertainty and trusting in the unfolding of your life's journey. Our 10th and final sign is a feeling of purpose. As you merge with your higher self, you might experience a growing sense that you're on the right path. This doesn't necessarily mean you suddenly discover your life's grand purpose. Rather, it's often a quiet sense of rightness in your daily choices and actions. You might find that your actions are more aligned with your core values. You might feel a stronger drive to make a positive impact in the world, even in small ways. This sense of purpose can bring a feeling of fulfillment and contentment to your daily life. It's important to remember that purpose doesn't have to be grandiose. It can be as simple as being a supportive friend, creating beauty in your environment, or bringing more kindness into your interactions. The key is that it feels authentic and meaningful to you. This sense of purpose can also evolve over time. As you continue to grow and change, your understanding of your purpose might shift or expand. Stay open to these changes and trust in your inner guidance. Now that we've explored these 10 signs, you might be wondering how to nurture your connection with your higher self. Here are some practices that can help strengthen this bond. Meditation is a powerful tool for connecting with your inner wisdom. Even just a few minutes of quiet reflection each day can help you tune into your higher self. You don't need to sit in perfect silence or clear your mind completely. Simply focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without judgment can be a form of meditation. Journaling is another great way to process your thoughts and emotions. Writing can help you uncover insights and patterns that might not be apparent in your day-to-day thoughts. Try writing without censoring yourself, letting your thoughts flow freely onto the page. Spending time in nature can also help you connect with your higher self. Many people find that being in natural settings helps them feel more grounded and connected to something larger than themselves. Whether it's a walk in the park or a hike in the mountains, find ways to incorporate nature into your routine. Practicing gratitude is another powerful tool. Taking time each day to acknowledge the good things in your life can shift your perspective and help you align with your higher self. Try writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small they might seem. Remember, connecting with your higher self is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of continuous growth and discovery. Be patient with yourself and trust in the unfolding of your path. It's also important to note that everyone's experience is unique. You might resonate strongly with some of these signs and not at all with others. That's completely normal. Trust your own experience and intuition about what feels right for you. As you continue on this path of growth and self-discovery, remember to be kind to yourself. Growth can sometimes be uncomfortable or challenging. You might encounter old patterns or beliefs that need to be released. Approach these challenges with compassion and remember that each step forward is a success, no matter how small it might seem. In closing, merging with your higher self is a profound and beautiful journey. It's about becoming more authentically you, aligning with your true nature, and living from a place of greater wisdom and love. Whether you've noticed one of these signs or all of them, trust that you're exactly where you need to be on your path. Remember, this video is just a starting point. There's so much more to explore when it comes to personal growth and spiritual development. I encourage you to continue learning, exploring, and trusting your own inner guidance. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the signs that you're merging with your higher self. I hope this information has been helpful and inspiring. If you've experienced any of these signs or have insights to share, please leave a comment below. Your experiences might help others on their own journeys. If you found this video valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content on personal growth and spiritual development. Remember, the journey of self-discovery is ongoing, and each step you take brings you closer to your truest, highest self.